This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order, and the chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilman Harris.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Avery.
Here.
Eccles.
Here.
Stewart.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present, and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Brian Harbison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Almighty God, we thank you for today. We thank you for the blessings of life. We thank you so much for this season. And God, we know that this is the season where we should be thankful for the greatest gift that was ever given when you sent your son Jesus to die for us. God, we love you and thank you. Pray that you'll bless our city, bless these councilmen today, give them the courage and wisdom to make the right choices. And again, we just ask your blessings on us and keep our focus on you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the Finance Committee work session and City Council meeting held on December the 10th.
So moved.
Second. Clerk, you take the vote.
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
Chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of the accounts for the week of December the 6th through the 12th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, evidently there's nobody here from the mayor's office, so we don't have any. Unfinished business, we have none today. Number 9 is that this is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering a abatement of nuisances on property located at 109 Morning View Court in District 2. Francis E. Allen being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We started this case in September of 2012. There have been a few improvements to the outside of the house, but no work has been done in the last 24 months. We're asking for a resolution today to abate this nuisance.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of it? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisances on property located at 808 DeKalb Street in District 3. Doris Turner being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case involves a burned house that has been partially demolished. If you'll see in the picture, all that remains is the foundation and floor system. We're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of it? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Clerk.
I have a question. Brian, have you made contact with anybody there? Because I know they...
Talked with one of the sons
Right.
actually last week, and I told him he needed to come in and get a demolition permit, no charge, and I haven't heard from him. I feel like they'll still do it.
Oh, okay.
I just need a resolution.
I know.
Hold over there.
I'll get with them. I'm sure they will.
All right.
Okay.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisances on property located at 1125 Forest Avenue in District 3. Jimmy T. Bowen being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Mr. President, this case involves commercial property on Forest Avenue that was involved in a fire a couple of years ago, and based on recent improvements, we're going to ask for a 30-day table.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor? What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, based on the recommendation of the building department, I'm going to ask for a 30-day table.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisances on property located at 604 Washington Street in District 3. Pamela Joyce Thompson, Peggy Nell Ball, Francis Davidson, and Ray Tamon being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case involved a burned house a couple of years ago. As you can tell in the picture, the owner has demolished probably 90% of it. All that remains is some foundation and steps. We need a resolution to clean this up. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of it? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote? You want to comment,
Yeah,
Ron?
just same thing. Have you had any more contact with anybody on this one?
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's just crazy. I mean, no, it's not crazy, but, okay. I'll leave that alone.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our final public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisances on property located at 2833 Cameron Street in District 6. Samuel P. Abel being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case involves a burned structure we started in November of 2011. There was a few improvements early on. There was a permit taken out almost 2 years ago. There's been little work done since then. We're asking for a resolution today to abate this nuisance.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of it? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
14 is a resolution reappointing members of the Gadsden Commercial Development Authority. This reappoints Wilbur Masters, Ralph Lane, Valerie Richardson, Bob Guyton, and Jason Wilson for terms expiring December the 31st, 2016. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
15 is a resolution authorizing agreement with the American Red Cross. The Gadsden Public Library's basement is an EMA-approved temporary shelter. This authorizes the use of certain floors and/or basement in the event of an emergency such as a tornado. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, I'd like to just say one thing. If anybody has the same concerns as I do relative to city liability, then we are fully indemnified as it relates to this arrangement. So that makes us bulletproof to some degree.
And this is, in addition to that, Mr. President, this is one of those moves in the right direction that we've been encouraging for quite some time, to establish safe places for residents in the case of tornadic weather in the area. So this is just one of the steps.
Is there any other discussion?
How many people will this facility accommodate? Anybody know?
EMA can probably answer that for us.
I'd like to know.
Did I read 50? Did I read 50 somewhere?
Well, I don't know.
I thought I read 50. Should have been more than that.
Well, it says first floor and basement, so that's considerable amount of space.
It would be on that first floor.
Yeah. It's a considerable amount of space there in the library.
More than books.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
16 is a resolution authorizing supplemental agreement number 1 with ALDOT. This is for preliminary engineering to widen and resurface South 11th Street from Black Creek Parkway to near Piedmont Avenue. The total cost of the project is $132,000, with the city being responsible for a 20% match estimated at $26,400. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
This is primarily just widening the 11th Street there in front of the school from Black Creek Parkway down to Piedmont, so make it a little nicer for the students and traffic.
I'd like to know, going back to when they built the school, that we had talked about and discussed and had it written down in stone and blood that we were going to 4-lane that road from Macon Boulevard all the way to the school. 4-lane it, put the new bridge in. Surely we can go back and find out who made that statement and kind of call people to task on it.
I don't know, there's a lot
I
of
think y'all were told a lot of
promises.
things back then.
I was promised $50,000
Really? I didn't know. Well,
to build the community center down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, to tear
I
down
never
that,
got.
to tear down that $1 million one that they don't, still could be standing there right now.
The railroad wouldn't let us cross the railroad, that's the
Oh,
reason we didn't
okay.
do it.
Well, I noticed that one improvement was made on the bridge where the last guy that hit it with the truck, they did straighten out the guardrail. I thought that was a real improvement over 4-lane it all the way from Macon Boulevard. But anyway, I'm serious. I'd like to know, going back that far, and let's see if maybe somebody can get in there and get that done pretty quick. Who knows? Making that request anyway.
When the parkway supposed to come, that was supposed to be Black Creek Parkway.
That's right.
All the way to Megan.
Remember, from the Salvation Army right down in front of it, and we're going to go right straight on down to Macon Boulevard.
Yeah.
And then dogs fly and birds and frogs and all that stuff, you know. Obviously, it didn't happen, but I'm still calling for some way to look into getting it
Well,
done.
the bridge there is going to be replaced. We got that in the works, we have Chad, and looking at probably May to try to get started on it. So that's going to be done. That'll help a
It'll be
lot.
hard to run a 4-lane highway into a 2-lane bridge there, though, you know. Might be a bottleneck.
We already got that problem on Megan.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Let's talk about something we can do.
Well, they just need to know basis, you know.
Do we ever vote on this?
We did not.
We did not.
Well, hurry up and vote.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
17 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of property. First Choice Personnel Incorporated has offered to donate real property located at 210 Locust Street. This authorizes the mayor to accept the conveyance subject to the company providing title, free and clear of all liens and encumbrances. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Mayor, you want?
Yes,
President, can I make a
the Stinson family, Max, Jason, Dusty, and Bonnie are donating this to the city. There's a really nice place for a restaurant upstairs, and we're already on the phone trying to attract some people for that. And then the other part of the building is good for events. It's really nice. It's probably, I think, around 24,000 square feet, so it's about as big as Convention Hall. It's much nicer. And we appreciate them doing that, and we're looking forward to trying to use that. And we have the master communication guy, Mr. Bobby Welch from the Cultural Arts Building, who's going to help in trying to help us lease that thing and do some things with it. So,
Very good.
Any other discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
New business, is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have an item here, since we're on a roll with obtaining property and all that good stuff. This is an ordinance authorizing the issuance of a general obligation warrant for the principal amount of $2.6 million. This is for the old Kmart property. So I'd ask for unanimous consent.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the ordinance today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
Now I make a motion, we accept.
Second?
Is there any discussion?
Mayor, you want to talk about this too?
Yeah.
Because
we,
you're on a roll.
yeah, I am. We own about 4.3 or 4 acres there behind that property that faces the river, and then we have a lease with the Alabama Power Company on 9+ acres to develop a park there, and they're working with us to help on that. There'll be some fishing piers, walking track, lights, picnic tables, and some people say, well, you know, why are you doing all that? Well, we have some grant money typically that we've been storing back for it, and it's going to be a good draw, and we're hoping that we're going to be getting in touch with a lot of developers, and we're hoping with all that together, plus the 9+ acres the Kmart building has now, we can attract some retail and restaurants and start developing the river some.
Okay. One of the other good things about this general obligation warrant issue is that they will not have a title on the property, a lien on the property, and so we can either sell it all at once, sell pieces of it, and don't have to go through a lot of hoops to do so.
Right. Yeah, there's no mortgage, so they're just letting us borrow the money. That's it.
So I think this is a great deal, so
It is.
we really appreciate your efforts in obtaining that property there.
Is there any other discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any other new business? Department reports, committees, boards, there's 2 or 3.
Santa Claus got
I
some.
think there's 2 of them.
That's one of Santa's
Santa's
helpers coming there.
helpers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm here on behalf of the Parks and Rec Department, and I'm Janet Terrence, the supervisor at Nakalula Falls. And we just wanted to let you guys know that we had received a letter from the North Pole from Santa, and he had heard of the wonderful light shows that we have and all the hard work that the employees have been doing and the yummy cookies that we have and the delicious hot chocolate and what fun the kids were having in the petting zoo. And he started going through his letters from our special post office that we have and realized that there are still a few people who have not dropped their wish list off. And so he is insisting that we stay open one extra day. So we will be open on the 23rd of December, and that will be the last day of Christmas at the Falls.
All right.
Good deal.
So we don't want to get on his naughty list, so we're going to stay open.
Janet, someone had asked me how we knew it was 2 million lights up there, and I told him y'all had counted them as you put them up. Wasn't that right?
Oh, yes.
One at a time.
I just remember a couple of years ago, we had close to that, so I figured
Yeah,
surely, we need to get new lights every year, right?
We do, and add to it, and
Yeah.
I know it's way over 1 million. I don't know if it's quite 2 million, but it sounds good.
Remember, I signed your check, hon.
Oh, you're exactly right.
Okay. Is there any other department reports? Chief Wilson.
I just wanted to bring it to the council's attention that after the Christmas parade, we had a traffic accident in the area, and the actions of my two officers I wanted to make known. Officer Knowles and Officer Wells responded to the accident. Involved, although there was no injuries, we had a couple of children that were rather traumatized by it. Officer Wells, at that point, took out a teddy bear and gave it to each child, which really helped the situation. I got a letter from the child thanking them for it and met with the parent who brought us another bag of teddy bears to hand out to other children.
Wow.
And I just wanted to make known the professionalism and the compassion that my officers had. Thank you, sir.
That's great.
That's great, that's right. Any other committees? Remarks by the mayor and the council. Ben, you want to start?
I'll start by not having any remarks.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, Merry Christmas. Yes, absolutely.
He couldn't
I
do it.
forgot that we weren't going to be here next week, Billy.
He almost did it, y'all.
I
He tried.
almost forgot. I really did, until Santa Claus's helper came up and kind of reminded me. So I'm looking forward to the 23rd. That'll be the last day, I think you said on that. And the other way, I did put my list in. I sneaked over there the other day and put mine in, so I'm in good shape. But Merry Christmas, y'all. Yes, absolutely.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. There's one up here that's not on the good list, though. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
I wonder who? The mayor?
The mayor's sitting next to him.
Johnny?
I don't doubt.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to remind everyone that Santa will be at the gazebo this Friday and Saturday from 6 to 8. Rain or shine, Santa will be there giving out candy. You can make your pictures with Santa Claus. They're free. All you got to do is bring a camera and stay as long as you want to. We got hot chocolate, and we had goodies last week. I hope we have goodies this week. It was real nice of everybody that brought everything. I do want to tell Ben that I know I'm on the good list because I talk to Santa Claus frequently. Every week
Oh,
or so,
my
I talk to
God.
Santa Claus. And we do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I don't believe I told that.
I believe I kept that to
I
myself.
understand that
talking to Santa Claus.
the lights at the fall has been a great success this year, and it's great they extended another day. So if you hadn't been up there, get up there and see it's beautiful. Other than that, just Merry Christmas to everyone.
Okay, due to the Christmas holiday, the council will not meet next week. The next regular meeting will be December the 31st. Also, the garbage routes will run their normal schedules through the holidays. In other words, they'll pick up garbage every day except Wednesday, which nobody does, which they don't pick it up now, so you at least get all the wrappings and everything up maybe by, at least to the Thursday and Friday anyway. Robert?
Thank you, Mr. President. My district meeting will be this Thursday. It's not necessarily a meeting, it's just a little Christmas gathering at 5 o'clock at the Carver Community Center, so everybody's invited. And I would also just like to wish everybody happy holidays and just be safe.
David?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just would like to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. And please take this opportunity, as we often do, please take this opportunity to go out and visit with those folks who typically we don't have the opportunity to visit with, in particular the elderly and those who may be sick and shut in. But again, have a safe and happy holiday season.
Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. I also would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy family and friends, and remember the reason that we are celebrating, the real reason that we're celebrating Christmas. It's not your birthday, but be safe. Be back with us 2 weeks from today for our next council meeting. Thank you.
Mayor?
I wanted to mention something. I think the chief might have talked about this a little while back, but about scamming the old people. If you have any relatives, grandparents, great-grandparents, aunts, uncles, who live by themselves, and, there's a lot of people out doing the scam, and especially since this lady won the $25,000 Reader's Digest the other day in the paper. We have some elderly people where I go to church, and I know when I was in the real estate business, I've been out to people's houses, and they would pay somebody up front to pave their driveway or put on a roof, and they never come back. So if you have anybody that's living alone by themselves like that, you might want to stay in close touch with them, because they're, you get a certain age and they're easily scammed, and there's plenty of them out there this time of year, I assure you. So stay in touch with them. And I want to brag on a couple, too, Chief, of our firemen. We had a person the other day that went in a diabetic coma, and I had some people then call me and tell me how good they were and how patient they were with the person, and got him feeling okay and everything. And then I think they sent him on to the hospital. But we do have an outstanding, I tell you, police force and fire department. And not only them, but our city workers, too. I know sometimes people kid about, well, the city workers, but I'm telling you, they do a lot of things and help keep our city clean and safe, and we appreciate them. And just have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Mr. President, I'd like to also welcome our illustrious city engineer back. He's been absent for a couple of weeks, so welcome back, Mr. Hare.
Illustrious, huh?
That will not get your street paved, I promise you.
You can't blame me for trying.
Merry Christmas, and I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.